What's up, guys? I'm doing a little bit of studying here, and I want to share something from a book from NSCA, Essentials of Strength Training and Conditioning. And this is, of course, focused on youth because I hear so much fallacy involving it. And then we also see a lot of mistakes going on by, you know, unqualified people running the weight room. So here we go. During the period of peak height velocity, which means the puberty growth spurt, young athletes may be at increased risk for injury. Peak height velocity usually occurs at about age 12 in females and about age 14 in males. So here's why it's a little bit dangerous. The relative weakening of the bone during this stage of growth, muscle imbalances between the flexor and extensor groups around a joint, and the relative tightening of the muscle tendon units spanning rapidly growing bones are risk factors for overuse injuries in children. So, what that simply means is when boys and girls during that age 12 to 14 are going through that growth spurt, their bones weaken, they lose flexibility, they're at a greater risk of injury because there's a lack of joint integrity or reduced joint integrity, reduced joint strength, joint stability. So, what you must do is train lighter. So, a 14-year-old who's entering high school should not be doing the 1 rep max test on a back squat, bench press, power clean when they're not, forget physically ready, they're not technically ready, they're not emotionally ready. They need to do light weights and basically non-struggle type movements and motions. And you got to be very careful with all of these speed schools and plyometrics at that age because they're just not physically ready and it's not safe for them if they don't have any training experience. If they have training experience and you notice they're going through these growth spurts, you tone down all of the work. It's as simple as that. You're playing the long game. The next thing they state here is, where was I? Okay, sorry guys. Strength and conditioning professionals may need to modify training programs. For example, emphasize flexibility, correct muscular imbalances, or decrease the volume and intensity of training during periods of rapid growth. If a young athlete complains of pain or discomfort during a growth spurt, the strength and conditioning professional, keyword professional, should be suspicious of an overuse injury rather than labeling these complaints growing pains. I hear so much from parents and just people in general saying, oh, he's going through growing pains. Well, what is your son or daughter doing? Well, they're in AAU basketball since age 7. Okay, what other sport? No other sport. They play basketball for 11 months. So for the past 7 years, your son and daughter has been jumping and sprinting for 11 months out of the year. Not safe. So this is why we need multiple sports. This is why we need to include, basic calisthenics, basic tumbling, basic gymnastic drills to strengthen the body because of what youth sports are doing. So when we think about training optimally, the issue is parents are not doing anything optimal for their kids with regards to nutrition, training, rest, getting a professional to do the physical preparation, and the muscular imbalances. I love that because I speak about this a lot with Matt Wenning, and we talk about doing a lot of traction-based training. So back extensions, abs hanging from the rings, sled drags, very light carries, medicine ball throwing, a lot of band work such as face pulls, pull aparts, basic calisthenics like recline rows, squats, Bulgarian split squats. All of this stuff is great for the athletes. And at that younger age, it's pretty amazing. You don't even need to load them because they don't have the strength for it. And they're going to get stronger from the calisthenics. So calisthenics, bands, medicine balls, very light kettlebells. Think about early days physical culture. That's what's safe and appropriate for the youth. And again, resource here, guys, is Essentials of Strength Training and Conditioning from the NSCA. Enjoy. I'm out.